All right, today we're going to play another one of TechDisc's stroke play layouts. We're going to be playing the park style layout. I think of all the layouts that they have so far, the park style is probably the easiest layout. It's 3 holes, a par 9, so they're all par 3s like disc golf should be. We got 1,384 feet, and we're going to go ahead and load up the first hole. Really straight, a little bit long, 470 feet. I should be loading up something like a boss here. And for some reason it switched me back to the A1, so here's me switching back to the boss, and we're going to get that first drive out of the way. Pretty big rip. Looks like it's probably going to turn over, and it's going to get a little bit of a roll here. Headed forward, gets us a little bit of forward momentum towards the basket. A reminder with stroke play, you see that yellow line in front of you there. That's the practice throw that it lets you take before taking your final throw. You can see on that one, my practice throw was not very good, but I went ahead and chipped it up there and got the tap in for 3. So we're even par, headed into the second hole. This one we got a big water carry. Again, I'm thinking about what I really want to do here. I'm going to load up a wraith and go with a backhand. Again, you see the practice throw? I laid up nicely. But apparently I decided to go for it here because that was a huge rip. It turns over, headed towards the basket, but that's going to be out in the water. So we're looking at an OB throw there. It says inside the circle. It looks like it's giving it to me, so I guess it's going to let me stand probably about shin deep in the water and take this 20-footer. So I don't know what that's all about, but I'm not going to argue with it. So there we go. We tap it in, get our 2. Head on to the third hole. We're 1 down here. Big backhand rip here. We're using the boss again here. We turned it over again. Maybe we should rethink our approach on these holes. Looks like we got a little bit of a rough upshot through some trees here. There's no great backhand line, so I'm going to do a forehand. The only mid I can actually forehand is an A1, so I have that in the bag. Really overstable. Here we go with the upshot. Clips the top of the tree. Still gets quite a bit of distance on it. It did have some power behind it, but unfortunately behind another tree, and there's not a great way to aim around a tree like this. So I'm going to try and hyzer it out to the right, but I mean, to be honest with you, what I'm really just doing is laying up to take a bogey on this one. So going to give that a throw, shank it right off the tree, and now we have an easy putt to get up and down for our bogey. So looks like we're probably going to finish this round at even if we can put it in the basket. Honestly, I don't feel very good about it, especially since the only hole we got a birdie on, we ended up putting putting the disc in the water. So I think what we're going to do is let's replay this and let's try and do it a little bit better this time. We'll start off the same way. We're going to do a boss off the first throw. And looks like we're going to get the same exact result. Turned it over. It's going to get a roll again. This time a little bit of a better roll for us. So we're a little bit closer to the basket. 117 feet left. I don't think we're going to make this, so we'll just lay it up. There we go. We just threw a rock right onto the edge of circle. We didn't quite get into circle 1, so we got a circle 2 putt from 34 feet. Pull out the wizard, and we should drain that. There we go, right in the basket. So even par after the first one, headed to that second hole again. Again, look at my yellow shot first. Looks like I laid up across the water nicely. And once again, for the actual shot, we're going big. We're going for it. It turned over nicely. This one's looking real good. Just gets across the water. Circle 2. Easy putt. You got to throw it. That was way light. Short, falls under the basket. We get the tap in 3. So still at even par, headed into the final hole here. Last time we had forehanded this. I'm going to switch it up, go with a backhand with a wraith. Looks like we get a big turnover. It's got to clear those trees. Gets around them. Hit that tree. It does. Ooh, right inside the bullseye. We get the tap in for a 2. We finish that round up, -1. That's the park style layout of stroke play in TechDisc.